Hey there, it's Sensei Victoria Whitfield here, your business Reiki master, and it's my joy to help empathic entrepreneurs like you get and stay grounded and clear in mind, body, and business. Welcome back to another installment of your weekly love letter from the dojo at naturalintuition.com and my blog, victoriawhitfield.com. These are your sources for channeled holistic stress management techniques and guidance for developing your natural intuition and making sure that you are glowing as you are growing your business. Whether you are looking to improve the quality of your personal or professional life, let this love letter be your reminder that you're not alone and that together we can make that happen. Let's get you glowing as you grow. So this is week 2 of 4 in our exploration around being an empath entrepreneur. What's at stake? What's it like? Let's own it, right? Let's talk this through, okay? If this is your first exposure to me, I would highly recommend you go back on my blog at victoriawhitfield.com and make sure that you start from week 1, part 1 in this 4-part series. So without further ado, last week we discussed what are some of the pitfalls and the challenges, right? Illuminating that of being an empath entrepreneur. So this week we're going to talk about why this makes you a friggin' superhero. Let's talk about it. So yeah, it's clear that there are things that are extra challenging about being an empath, right? You are an emotional sponge, just to summarize. Whether or not you ask for it, you're soaking up what's going on in other people's emotional bodies, meaning if they're feeling angry or sad or overwhelmed or anxious, you're absorbing that without asking. You're just sponging it up into you. And you're also soaking up what's going on in people's physical bodies as well. So if they have ache in their back or in their shoulder or pain in their gut or their jaw and so on and so forth, you feel that as well when you're talking. I'm really, why is my head hurt all of a sudden now that I'm in this space, right? Now that I've walked into this new home for all my realtors out there, walked into this new space, I'm like, why am I getting all this back pain out all of a sudden? I'm fine. I've never had anything wrong with me before, right? This is what happens when you're empathic. You soak up the emotional or physical energy of an environment. But here's the thing. Being an empath is not a curse. Absolutely not. It is a freaking advantage when you know how to work it properly. And here's why. Empaths are superior communicators. Superior as in like supercharged, superhuman communicators. So anyone who's watching right now, if you are a manager or a coach of any kind, right, or a teacher of any kind, and you are empathic, that means that the people who you serve, those that are under you, feel extra heard, understood, seen, held, and honored by you. You often, more often than not, happen to be the best boss that they have ever had, or the best manager that they have ever had, the best coach that they have ever had, because they usually say to you, you get me? Like nobody else gets me. I don't know why I end up telling you way more or entrusting you with way more information or things about myself than other people. For some reason you get me and I feel so connected to you. Right? For those of you who are empaths and that serve others, You are super communicators and super connectors because of your empathic sense. You communicate with another person's energy. You pick up on what has been left unsaid. And I want to tell you a brief story. When I was working with one of my private clients, and she owns a bed and breakfast, she is incredibly brilliant, right? Believes in feminism and has had a long history of women's sexual health advocacy. And she's just a freaking rock star. She's an earth angel. And at the same time, she's so frustrated with me on our call because she's saying, Victoria, I can't get over how much I'm absorbing from people. I keep getting the feeling like I'm doing something wrong. Remember last week when we spoke about that in the video? Maybe sometimes if you're an empath business owner or an empath professional, you feel like there's something wrong with you to the point that you're in the wrong vocation, no matter how much passion you have for it. She was at that state. And my guides sent me a vision for her, because she was just so frustrated with being overwhelmed as an empath. Does this sound familiar? Maybe this has been your situation. But the vision that my guides sent to me for her, and now I'm going to share with you, is this. They sent me a vision of, if you would remember, 9/11, where the Twin Towers fell. All of the rubble. So many lives lost, but at the same time, right after the towers fell, after the dust for the most part cleared, there was this whole nother level of rescue missions that had to happen, because people weren't all dead, they were trapped underneath the rubble. So picture this with me, all these like concrete, huge piles of like broken concrete and twisted metal and whatnot. And underneath the rubble, there are people who are praying to God. Somebody come find me, please, please, or shouting, but their voices beneath all of that are just completely muffled to human ears. But the real heroes, other than the courageous firefighters, right, and our awesome first responders and police workers and volunteers, all the humans out there, absolutely. Another unsung hero of recovering people and finding them who've been trapped beneath the rubble of the Twin Towers were actually the rescue dogs. Okay, my guides are showing me these dogs who are going through all of the rubble, hearing the sounds of the screams from stories down, or smelling the sense of bodies of people who are still alive but don't even have the strength to make a sound and cry out for help. They can hear beneath the rubble. I'm getting the chills as I say this to you right now. As an empath, you can hear those who are crying out for help, who are crying out, who are in deep need, and they are trapped beneath the rubble of their lives. Perhaps they have no voice left, but you can hear them because you have that empathic sense. Just like a canine has super smell, right, and super hearing, and canines are also empathic, by the way. Let's throw that in there. The same way that they're able to hear it and dig and start clawing through until they get down to that person that they could feel in the energy, right? And bring them, pull them back up from the darkness, out of being trapped and into the light. That is what you have been equipped to do in this lifetime. That is why being empathic is a freaking superpower. Okay, can you feel it? Type it below, right? Anchor it in the comments below. I embrace my empathic superpower, right? I can hear people beneath the rubble of their lives, right? For some people, they're buried in so much grief or so much shame that they're not comfortable enough, or don't have enough energy, or just don't give themselves enough time or permission to reach out, right? And to start that healing process or start that transformational process. But because you as an empath can hear what's going on beneath the surface, you're able to pull them up from the darkness and back into the light like none other. That's why they say, you get me like none other, right? That's why they say, oh, I can entrust you with so much more, because they know you can hear them. And with that being said, I'm going to take it to the oracle cards for the week. We're doing Archangel Michael, Doreen Virtue, Oracle Cards deck. We are journeying with this deck all month. Alrighty. Such a powerful message this week. Isn't it good? Tell me, is it good? Yeah. All right, angels, what do we need to know right now? Archangel Michael, what do we need to know right now about stepping into and owning our superpower as empath entrepreneurs and empathic professionals? I feel this one. Oh my goddess. I get a little bit of deja vu here. Sense of humor. Sense of humor. My prayer, thank you for helping me see the humor in this situation so I can lovingly laugh at human nature. I am willing to view my experience in a new light in order to attract love and healing energy. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, whoo, right? Brought you all the way down deep into your soul with that channeled message, and the angels are like, bring it back up, turn it on, right? One of the ways that I'm seeing to tell you in the energy is that empaths call people out of the darkness and into the light is actually through having a great sense of humor, being able to find the laughter in that incredibly oppressive and heavy situation, right? Laughter is the best medicine. It is said that shamans, true shamans, will keep you laughing the whole time while you are working with them and going through the healing process, right? So the best coaches know how to keep their clients or their audiences giggling their way through their transformation, right? Being able to move through. Or the best mothers know that when their kids get a boo-boo, it's time to help them laugh their way through it, so that they feel better and recover the energy that they think they may have been lost by getting hurt in the first place. Is this vibrating with you? Are you aligned with calling on your sense of humor about your empathic sense, that you can claim that power? The power that has always been yours by birthright. Comment below or send me an email back at team@victoriawhitfield.com. Or if you need help connecting to your sense of humor about it because you've been in a state of overwhelm for too long, and you might be the one who's beneath the rubble in your life right now, make sure that you reach out so that we can book a session and talk about how I can best support you in glowing as you grow your business. So I'll see you next time. May you feel loved and safe at work, and please enjoy the journey. Bye for now.